I cannot believe these are already in the building. These are the Air Jordan 1 High G's Gold Metallics. What are they doing here less than a week after release? You like sneakers but hate the price tag? Well, this is where you need to shop. Right now, we at the Nike factory store on International Drive. We about to go inside the building to see what's popping. And shopping at places like this, you can amass a huge collection like I did. Because it's not coincidence that I was able to obtain 80% of my sneaker collection from the factory stores. Not only did I buy sneakers, but I was able to buy a lot of clothing. Actually, it was a young lady that worked at this store who told me about the clearance store. And she told me if I go over there, I can start getting shoes for cheap. Because back then, all I was buying was basketball shorts because I was hooping excessively. Man, I was buying my shorts for super cheap. This is him for 30% off. Oh look, it's 11 and seen. So these are him for $30 with additional 30% off. That's roughly what I've been paying for basketball shorts. And look, it's like the old school shorts, the baggy shorts, the below the knee shorts. I believe it's 11-inch inseam. I think I'm right. And a dry fit. And they come in abundance of colors. You also got the red joint, same price. Or you can get the fancy joints with the word Nike on the side. These are hitting for $24.97 with additional 30% off. They also got the sweat shorts as well. These are Jordan brand. Material's not that great. It's one wash and you're done, but that's my personal opinion, but mileage may vary. Anyways, they got the other colorway in for the same price, 30% off, and they got some tees, and these are him for $30, and you get an additional 30% off. Then you got a variation of different colors over here as well. However, these one hits for $34.99. Then this teal and red, it's hitting for 40 beans. That's pricey. I apologize. These are actually hitting for $49.99. Still guappy. And you got the navy colorway with the Nike on the side, similar to the other patterns I've shown you. And this one's hitting for $24.97 with additional 30. So it's around $15 and $16 for this short. This might be a cop. I have no idea. They're walking around. He might have the X-Her with the red hair. These are hitting for $24.97, and I was right, 17 beans. And back in the days, I used to buy a whole bunch of shorts, guys. I made tons of shorts. I still have them in my possession at this moment, and even though I don't wear them, because they're super baggy, I still have them. And that's why I say shopping in stores like this, you can save yourself a lot of money and build your sneaker collection. I'm gonna show you how. Let's go to the sneakers. Imagine 2015, 2016 again. Matter of fact, you don't even have to imagine. I'm gonna paint the narrative for you. These are one of my first basketball shoes, team basketball shoes. They're hitting for $129.97 with additional 30% off. And that's under $100 for these joints. However, if you like it, you will buy it. It doesn't matter that no one wants this shoe, but you do. If you buy it, you're buying it way below value. And eventually, you're gonna start finding more desirable shoes that you actually want for roughly around that same price and maybe lower. I can't tell you the endless amount of shoes that I actually want that I got way below retail. I'm talking about roughly around 50% off. And in the current climate of sneaker shopping, almost every shoe is discounted. For example, these UNE 3s are $79.97 with additional 30% off. If you're a hooper, that may be valuable to you. This used to be $90, now it's $74.99. It's a crazy story about these shoes, these Giannis's, these Immortality. Remember I told you guys this is a non-signature shoe? Matter of fact, my last video, go back and watch. I found these shoes for a roughly good price, around $40. It was actually lower than an actual signature pair. My issue is Nike always sell the signature pairs for less money than the non-signature pairs. That blows my mind because the athletes don't wear the non-signatures, they only wear the signatures. And granted, when you start seeing shoes set as long as these have, these Witness, they're going for $69.99. More likely, you can probably find it somewhere else for a lot cheaper. Case in point, the Nike clearance stores have these for $50 in multiple different colorways. Here in the factory store, they're going for $69.99. But there's one gripe, and that may not be everyone's gripe, is that you're actually getting the lid, the whole box intact. In the clearance stores, it will cut the lid off, unfortunately. But if you want to pay $20 more, you can get it from here with the lid. There's another non-signature shoe. You got the LeBron Witness. They're going for $134.99. Right next to it, you have a LeBron signature shoe. These are the LeBron 21s. And look at the price, $69.97 with 30% off. Now guys, there's all kinds of sneakerheads. There's collectors, there's LeBron lovers, and then there's people like me who like to find the best shoe for the best deal. And these LeBrons are a great deal. 30% off of $69.97. That's dope. And if you're a collector or maybe a LeBron lover, he's about to retire probably the next 2 years. So having a shoe, very affordable, that would be dope. And that alone could be one of the reasons why you would buy this. Now I did look for my size. They don't have 11.5 nor 12. And to be fair, these shoes you probably have to go true to size or a half size bigger. They run tight. I've been very vocal about my love for LeBron. However, when he makes dope shoes, I give credit where credit is due. These are not the best LeBrons I have seen, but they're one of the most affordable LeBrons, and I'm not mad at the colorway. And they're very affordable. This could be a great shoe to start your collection, whether you're a hooper, you're a collector, memorabilia, the guy's about to retire, you can have something that no one's gonna have in about 4 or 5 years. Because after all, they're still balling shoes. But for whatever reason you don't like this colorway, you got this joint. This one's a little bit more money, $10 cheaper, and it's not coming with no additional discounts. But to the left of that, we do got the Laker color, which is also hitting for $69.99, but there's no discount on this one. Why? Because it doesn't end with 7. Typically when the shoe ends with 7, you'll get additional discounts. And moving past that colorway, we also got this colorway for $79.99. Again, these are signature shoes. They once retailed for $200. So this is not a bad purchase. That's way over 50% off, especially this joint. And buying shoes like that is how I started off my sneaker collection. A little quick tidbit. Nike always reproduce shoes every 7 to 10 years. So for example, when I started vlogging back in 2015, there was an influx of trainers back then. Huarache, Pennies, King Griffey's, just to name a few. However, sometimes when they remake a shoe may not be all great, but this shoe that they remade in a different colorway is a comfortable shoe. Now these are the Air Trainer 1s, and they're coming in at $74.97 with additional 30% off. I don't have this colorway, but they're super, super comfortable. Now to be honest, I'm not a light guy, but these are the Flight Light Mids. I like the colorway. It is University Red, and the price cannot even be better. $59.97 with 30% off. This is another great steal. Opposed to $130, I'll take that all day. And to the left of that, we have another colorway. This looks like it could be black and white. It is. I thought the swoosh was maybe obsidian, but it's not. $100 for this pair versus this. I think this is way more stylable. Let's flash back about 6 to 7 years so I can show you some of the shoes that this store had in store that I copped for not a lot of guap.
So guys, I brought you back to 2017 when I was vlogging in these outlets, and the quality is phenomenal. Look at that. Anyways, those are the Obsidian Flight 89s. Then you got the all white pair. Then you got the Penny Force Coppers for $69.99. These are the things I've been seeing in these outlets back then. And how about these Chicago 31s going for $129.99? Doesn't seem like a bad price today, huh? Only the 31s, but we had the 29s under the same roof. Ironically, it's going for the same price, but they're both in the building. Then we have some AJKOs, and right next to it, you have some random Air Jordan 1s. I'm not sure what those are called, but check this out. We got two shoes separated by 1 year under the same roof. We got the Aqua 8s, which came out in 2015. Then we got the Black Metallic 5s that came out in 2016. Guys, this is what 2017 looked like.
Now that we back some of the shoes that we have saw, but yo, peep this. They got these Origin Air Jordan 2s that was hitting for $59.99 in the bin. Now they're on the hash wall. They're going for $79.99 with additional 30% off. Now, I'm not sure if the $79.99 with 30 off is cheaper than the $59.99, but we about to find out. $79.99 minus 30% off. $5 cheaper because you're paying $55 and some change with the new discounted pricing. Technically $56. So $56 plus tax is not a bad deal. And that's how you start building your collection. Find affordable shoes that you don't mind to collect. And eventually you start finding better and better shoes. I almost forgot to check to see if they have my size. Open the Nike Plus app. It will know what store you're in. Right now we're on International Drive. Hit the scan option. Then you scan it like so. The biggest size they have is 13. Then it dropped down to 11 and smaller. So it do not have my size. And even though it's on the hash wall, I did find a box intact. However, that's not the cheapest Jordan 2 I found. Not these by far. These joints gotta be the cheapest. They're going for $69.99 with additional 30% off. So the cheat sheet says $69.99 equals $48 after savings. Under 50. I mean, you can even find collabs here. So these are the Union Cortez. They're hitting for $100 with additional 30% off. So what's that, 70 beans? Then you pay your tax. So this Vapor Max Mock Foam has dropped in price. Now it's going for $89.99. It came from $220. They got a Be True 97 for $109.97. And to the left of that, we got this joint for $120 with 30 off. What's the colorway of that 97? It is pink glaze and hyper pink white. Okay. Green and white with a gun bottom outsole. I like that. $150 though. Then you got the Fall Paper Air Max 90s, and these hitting for $80. Air Max 90s rarely ever drop in price. Let me show you. So sometimes when Nike have a classic, they don't like to reduce pricing. It's the same thing for these Air Max 90s all black. They're going for $130, and it applies to the all white version as well for the same price. And these are classics. These Air Max are. Another shoe that don't like to drop in price are the Air Force One mids, all white things. They're going for $125. And to the right of that, they got the high for $130, which is $5 more. Then you got the Uptowns for $115. Here they go. They never drop their prices on these. But other variants, they do. These are hit for $95 with 30 off multicolor. Then you have the off-white version. But these are the one mid leather, yellow and white, $89.99. It's a clunky shoe. It's 9% unwearable. For a few modifications, man, you can get this on your feet and be comfy. Say word. They got the Cortez, the Nike Cortez for $90. Now this shoe is worth exploring. So these are the Nike Cortez, predominantly all white with a black swoosh. These Cortez was my first ever Nike shoe. Bought them back in Brooklyn back in the 90s. My mom bought me these. Ironically, she bought them so huge. She thought my feet was gonna grow. My feet has not grown since. I do not remember what she paid, but we bought it from my mom and pop shop. They had the plastic wrapping. Y'all remember the plastic that should be on your grandma's couch? She should wrap because she didn't want y'all to mess up her couches. That's how the shoes in New York were displayed. It was one shoe on the shelf and it was wrapped up and they had a price on there. And then when you ask for your size, they bring it out, then you try everything on. I never get into all leather burgundy joints of the Cortez. Never forget, very iconic to me. I'm forever partial to these shoes. That place in my heart. And regardless of being my childhood shoe, there's no way I'm gonna pay $90 for them. I'll wait till it go on sale. Here's the Adjust for $170. That's priced in my personal opinion. So they do have the Nike Sakai hit for $170. The Bentley orange box is a pull-out box. They actually call it the Nike Low Walk, but it's still pricey. 3 or 4 years ago, these was going crazy. However, if you can get this shoe way below retail, I would say around $70, $80, it's worth the pickup. Having a collab shoe in the collection doesn't hurt. Eventually, these will be a classic. You probably never get another collab like this, or this for that matter. Off-white, yeah, you're not gonna see this again. But if we know what we know back then, we will apply it today, but it's too late. So I'm giving you guys the game. These pennies, in 10 or 15 years, the social status no longer is a business. You're not gonna get this Nike collab again and being a penny. So you will have a one-off shoe and it's affordable and it's way below 50% off. This shoe doubles as a basketball shoe and you can rock this casually. However, if you don't like that colorway, they also got it in the bone for the same price and you can pull it off in multiple different ways as well. Another social status collab. And collab shoes is where it's at. A lot of people buy shoes that has collab. Usually that creates the hype. In this case, it didn't work for this shoe, but it doesn't mean this is not a classic. It is a classic silhouette. And I think the price for these is good. What would make it great if it was additional 30? I'll buy them. There's some shoes, no matter how cheap they get, I would never cop. Example, these 2017s, they're $134.99. Bueno for me. But they got them in different colors, like the all black. Then you got this hyper royal and black gradient look. It's actually called deep royal and hyper cobalt. Anyways, $134 for those. Then you got the predominantly all black. For this pair, it's a lot more money, $164.99, opposed to this pair hitting for $129.99. So now we're in the Jordan section. So these are the Air Jordan 6 Paris Olympic hitting for $200. Now this was a women exclusive. I'm not mad at it. First time I saw these was in JD Sports. It does have like a bluish tint. I like the outsole. I like that mint green look. And they're here. And these shoes came out this month. I'm talking about maybe a week and a half ago. So we're gonna take a closer look at these joints, even though I can't rock them. But 200 is kind of steep. And I will offer you guys to stay patiently. These eventually will drop down in price. Because if it don't sell, the price will start reducing. I'm partial to Jordan 6s. It's something I do like. And one thing I noticed on this shoe that I don't like, even if it's a woman exclusive, are these damn beads. Why are beads on this shoe? They make this for a 6-year-old? You know what else is in here? These are the Air Jordan 1 black gold metallic. Now I did have a close look at these when the Air Jordan 11 Fuse Blue came out. We took a look at these and I told y'all it reminded me of the Carmelo 2015 pack where they had multiple athletes or Jordan brand athletes had their own signature Air Jordan 1 and Melo had this colorway, the black and gold joint. Now his wasn't high OGs, his was more like the mid form, but these are like the high OGs. I like it because they do have a Jordan Jumpman, what are you calling that? Charm, I guess? Anyways, they got all the makeups of the Air Jordan 1 high OGs, Nike Air on the tongue, wings over on the back heel, but that gold though, I'm not a fan. Now these gotta be extremely low before I even consider purchasing. I mean like under 100. I mean maybe lower than that. Earlier in this video, I mentioned that I found these in this store. These were the ear penny tubes. And I found for $49.99, and I think I had additional 30% off. There was 2 different colorways, and I believe I copped both of them. And I actually played ball in them, and that was a great price back then. I could see shoes pricing start trending in 2015 prices all over again. And I'm stoked to see, because that's why I was able to buy and afford shoes like these that I probably wouldn't pay retail for. Do keep in mind, I got like the OG colorways. It was just minus a few OG hits, like the swoosh versus the penny logo. We also got these attacks in here, and the maroon colorway, the yellow colorway, and the gray colorway. And it's already discounted. It's going for $80. However, it's not my cup of tea. I don't play tennis. I would not rock these casually. And no, I did not go after the Travis Scott. I was not interested. So in this video, I'll show you guys how I copped my shoes back in the days. The only thing that's changed is the shoes. Price is roughly around the same. You know what I mean? Give or take a couple percent. But you're all getting modernized shoes for old school pricing. Nevertheless, man, come up with the game plan, come up with a price point, and just pull up and cop. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.